Today, I'm going to show you the difference between these MagSafe wallets. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. You may have an iPhone 12 or 13. They both have MagSafe, these little magnets in here that allow you to attach things to them. And I picked up these wallets here because I thought these are intriguing. It's a convenient way, potentially, to carry around things like your credit cards or cash or library cards or Blockbuster video cards and have it stuck right to your phone so that you always have it with you, and if nothing else, just bracing it in one place. Now, one of the things I bought here were a couple of aftermarket cheap wallets, and then I also made my own wallet. So let's see if mine's superior. So I have a MagSafe case here, and this first wallet I bought I was very excited about because I thought, man, it's got this elastic right here. One of the things that I generally use are these minimalist wallets, and I really love them because you can put everything that you need in here. I mean, I've used this for the last year or two, and I absolutely wouldn't go back. Credit cards, business cards, and it doesn't matter how many or how few you have. It just kind of adapts to however many things you have in there by these little elastic sides. So I was really excited about this because I was like, oh, this has elastic, so I can jam a lot of stuff in there, which I tend to carry. And the bottom is slightly sealed here. Now, one of the things I want to show you here is that I have, I don't know, about 9 cards here. And one of the issues with the cards is that a lot of them have these raised numbers, and that kind of spreads them out even a little bit more, so you probably have an extra card just in raised lettering. But what I was doing here is I was going ahead and putting this sucker in. And what I want to show you is it's not super simple. You kind of got to guide them in there, and then if I push them all the way down, it holds everything, and these things are certainly not going to come out. And I love the fact that it's elastic so that it scales up to these, and it still sticks to the phone here. So that's pretty nice. Now, one of the problems here is that there isn't a separate little clip or sleeve for cash, because that's something I would probably pull out a lot. And also, if I'm trying to get one of my individual cards out, it's not super easy. You can kind of do it if you can kind of find it, but it's just not that easy, all right? But this does work, and I was actually pleasantly surprised by how good it is, even though it is pretty simple. Now, let's go on to this one. Now, this one is Sinjimoru, and this one actually looked pretty similar, but I was actually even more intrigued by this one. It's got a plastic bag here with the MagSafe design on it, which obviously will connect there. And it even has a little hole here for a lanyard, which it comes with. But what's interesting about this is it's more of this minimalist wallet, because it actually has a separate elastic strap here. It has this little silicone spacer on it, so you can kind of use this like a kickstand. You know, you can kind of scrunch it up like this. I was actually thinking about rotating it around to put it underneath here, so if I put cash on this side, that the silicone would be pushing on the cash, providing a little bit more pressure and a little bit more grippiness. I don't know that I would trust just an elastic strap to hold paper down. But then inside here, what we have is kind of this neoprene-like sleeve. It's sealed up here at the bottom, but you can put things in the top here, and that should expand. Now, you have a little bit of a problem because you have the neoprene expanding, which is going to provide resistance, and then you also have this elastic strap. So you kind of have two pieces of elasticity there pressing down on it. Now, you also have this little vinyl backing, but you also have this little tiny vinyl flap here. So what I want to do here is take these 9 cards and just see what we can do. And again, it's not super easy to get things in because it's a sleeve, but it does work, and it's actually easier than that leather one. And this, again, the flap doesn't come over far enough to kind of tuck in there really nicely, but it probably won't move. And I would say just with the tension provided by the elastic or that neoprene, nothing is coming out. But what I like about this is a little bit more giving all the way around, so I think it can hold more. And then you still have this little strap up here to put in spare cash, so I really like that. And then obviously it will attach to your MagSafe case just like that, right? So that'll just keep them together. But I really like how much you could carry in this. I tell you what, this is a contender, baby. All right, now I want to show you here that I love these cases. I showed you that, and this is just a generic one, but I bought this one, and then I bought pop sockets MagSafe adapter plate. So on the other side here, it's just kind of this metal plate, and on the other side it has a little hole, kind of a circle recess in it where you would attach a pop socket. Now what I did here is I took this plate and I attached it to this blank side of the minimalist wallet with just some super glue. So I just kind of scuffed both sides up with some sandpaper and then glued them together, and they seem to be holding nicely. Super glue gel, FYI. But what I can do now is I can actually take these cards and I can put them in this wallet just like I normally would do. And the nice thing about this is, let's say I'm going to a convention or a conference or a meeting and I want to take a small stack of business cards, I can slip those in there too. It actually is pretty easy to get these things out because you have a little pusher right there, a little hole, so that you can kind of push things out and find things that you want. You also have this strap here, so I could put cash on there. I would probably put some dots of silicone or something just to make sure that it doesn't come out. But I tell you what, because this is a flat piece of metal here on this one, carbon fiber or plastic on this one, what it provides is a lot of pressure, because this can actually be pretty tight because it's not actually stretching out. It's kind of just looped through the plate itself. So this provides a lot of pressure. It also doesn't bend. This plate doesn't bend, doesn't create any openings that things fall out. But with this little magnetic plate, man, that fits on there great. Now this is pretty heavy, so absolutely I can get it to fling off. But one of the things that I thought here, it's just nice because if I put this on here and then put this in my pocket, even though it's a lot of stuff to put in my pocket, I don't have to worry too much about the wallet sliding around, maybe scuffing up the lenses on the camera or falling onto the front. I generally know where it is, and this is pretty strong. Like I said, it's more about just having everything in my pocket in one place without moving around, damaging my phone, which is now more expensive than a laptop. So these are a few MagSafe cases. I actually like each of these for their own little reasons, but I think the one that I made is the one that's going to go in my pocket. So if you think any of these are going to make your life a little better, I'll put links to them in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out!
We can discover more and explore so much deeper.